October 22nd, and Big Al and I are over here hunting. Of course, Jared's on his way home from work, and it's 34 degrees when we left the house, so probably got some frost out here. Still a lot of leaves on the trees here. I mean, they're falling, but the ground wasn't crunchy or nothing coming in. The leaves were dry, but really couldn't tell if there was any frost on the ground. But we're going to give another shot today. Probably hunt in here until 10 or 11. Alvin has to go back to work, and I'll go home, get some rest, come back for an afternoon hunt instead of sitting in here all day. Everything's up and ready, so we're just going to sit back and get the daybreak in and get started. Well, Alvin just texted me, said that he shot a buck. He said it's either a 6 or an 8 point, and he said he's got a good blood trail, so hopefully he can recover that one quickly. All I've had is a little button buck and a young doe in here. It is 10 after 8, or excuse me, it's 10 after 9, and the little button buck and little doe has been in here for quite a while, and heard some turkeys. I may have even, I don't know which way that deer went that Alvin shot, but I heard something, and I don't know if it was maybe his deer running or what, but I'm waiting for him to get back a hold of him and let me know if he's recovered it, and hopefully he'll get some pictures of it. Wish we had a camera with him so he could actually get some video of it, but we'll just have to see what happens. Maybe the bucks are moving. Like I said, I've only seen those two, so we'll just sit back and see what happens. Okay, I'm sitting here helping Big Al try to find his deer, and we got blood.
Up a good bit and it spikes.
Well, there's spots right here that I just walked in.
Yeah.
Well, it's been about 5.5 hours trying to recover Big Al's deer. We ended up losing the blood trail several times and come back, picked it back up again. But one time I think we got close enough to the deer that we jumped him, and apparently he never bedded down. He did come in behind my stand, and that's the noise that I heard when the two small ones were in feeding. It spooked him and took off. He come down the hillside behind me and went down into the hollow to the main creek. Well, by the time Alvin and I got over there, because we didn't want to just take a chance that's the way he went, because I never did see him. I just heard something rustling through the leaves, and we picked up the blood trail, and basically I'm headed back to my stand now. It's a little after 5, and he shot that at 9, and we finally lost the last blood, and the deer ended up off of our property onto another piece of property, which we got up on that property and looked for sign. We believe we found where it crossed an old railroad right away, and but it had been timbered 2 years ago, and it was so thick you can't get in it. It's just impossible. And we never did see any blood that indicated he went into that. But I'm hoping that it wasn't a real mortal hit. We went back just now. I'm just now leaving Alvin's stand. Like I said, it's a little after 5, and we was looking for his arrow, and I found the hair where he hit the deer, and the hair was black. It wasn't dark brown. It wasn't white. It was a black. So I'm thinking that he may have hit that deer high in the back, through maybe the tenderloins or the back, the back strap, something. I mean, it was dark red blood, and it wasn't pumping blood. It wasn't free. Well, I don't know if you'd say free flowing or not, but I mean, it was a pretty good blood trail from his spot down this hill right here, on the back side of this hill, went down in this hollow down here and across. If you can see that laurel bush, went in behind that laurel bush and went out that point there, and that point is just across from my tree stand, and the deer has went out that point. We found a few more drops of blood there, because right here where this laurel bush is, the blood it was hard to find. You'd go yards without finding another drop of blood, and then we just had to do a sweep. But then we found some blood where he went out the point and started down over the point, and then we got in the bottom near the creek, and we about give up, and we found some, and just took our time, and the last blood we found was going up the hillside to the railroad right away, where the old railroad bed used to be, and it was wet. It wasn't dry, so we knew we just recently jumped the deer, but we never found a place where he'd bedded down or anything. So I'm hoping that it wasn't a lethal hit, that he'll be back in here. Hopefully we'll get a picture of him or whatever. Alvin said that buck was traveling with 6 other bucks. So I thought it was kind of strange. I figured their bachelor groups had done been split up, but he said there was a 4, a spike, and a 3, and an 8, the one he shot. And then he said there was 2 others that just wouldn't come in, or hadn't come in by the time he shot this 6 or 8 point he shot. So it's kind of strange. And then with all the walking and trailing the blood and everything, looking for anything, I also looking to see if I found any scrapes anywhere. Haven't found any scrapes, so don't know what the deal is. But I'm headed back to my stand. A few more hours of hunting, and we'll call it quits. And I'm going to come back in here Monday. I'm going to take off from work and come back over here and hunt if the bucks are starting to move. I'll be in my stand here in about 10 minutes. Like him being in here because if you hear something or see something, I'm usually alerted by looking which way they're looking. But gotta get out of here in a little while. Big Al has to put some brakes on his truck, so I'll have to ease my way out. I'll spook these little ones, little button buck and little doe. See a couple squirrels. But I haven't been as lucky as Big Al and seen 4 or 5 bucks. But my time will come. Well, walking out of the woods. 2 little ones. Didn't even bother paying any attention to me coming out of the tree stand. But it's 20 after 6. Big Al's got to go get some front brake pads for his truck. So we're going to go ahead and call it a day. So far he was the only one that's seen any bucks today. Jared was here today, didn't know he was coming, and just after Big Al shot that one, probably 20 minutes after he shot it, I seen Jared coming up from his tree stand. So he was in here. I don't think he seen anything except for the two little ones. The two little ones were staying in our area. They also go up to Big Al's spot too. But these deer got a wide territory to travel. And below my stand there's a creek that constantly has water, so they always have a place for water. Right now, again, there's not much mass, and with that much mass, if you don't have a feeder out, you may not see the deer. Right now, you can't find any distinctive trails. Leaves are falling, and the deer are going to be wherever there's something they can eat. And we're not hunting around any farms and fields, so these deer depend on browse, what mass there is, and what supplement that the hunters give. Now, those of you who don't believe in feeding, baiting, whatever you want to call it, in West Virginia it's legal. Some wildlife management areas it has been banned, but on private land like this hunting lease that we belong to, it's perfectly legal. And honestly, I don't see a thing wrong with it. I use it to age deer and get an idea of what's in my area and what I want to harvest. I know a lot of people are dead set against it. They call people who use bait as lazy, but I look at it this way. If they're hunting farms, hunting cornfields, maybe they're not baiting, but they're hunting over a food source. If they find a mass tree, an oak tree that has plenty of mass, and it's the only one, and they set a stand up there, they're hunting over a food source. Okay, so as long as it's legal in West Virginia, if people want to do it, it's fine. And I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't shoot just anything that comes in. Like I said, I use it to judge my deer and what I want to take. Well, I'm about out of here. So until Monday, I'm going to take off work Monday and come back over here. So that's it for today's hunt. I think this makes the 6th hunting trip out since West Virginia archery season opened October 1st. It's October the 22nd, 2011. So head to the truck and head to the house.